They say music heals. But what if music is the only thing standing between life and death? What if one song, one voice, is all a poor boy has to save the only person he has ever loved? Her name was Adesua, a brilliant, gentle girl from Benin City, daughter of a principal, choir singer, dreamer. At 22, after NYSC, she fell in love with a Lagos music producer named Kola. Tall, smooth-talking, full of promises. He told her he wanted to marry her. She believed him. Until the day she missed her period and he stopped picking her calls. When she finally reached him, he told her not to ruin his career with village girl drama. Then he disappeared forever. Her father died from a stroke. Her mother followed 2 years later. And with nothing but a bag and a baby boy, she moved to Lagos. She named him Timmy. Timmy grew up in Mushin, where noise is constant and survival is the daily hustle. His mother worked as a cleaner. She sold second-hand clothes. She fought to keep them alive. Timmy didn't talk much, but he sang, and his voice carried pain far older than his age. Neighbors would say, "This boy really knows how to sing." But they never helped. Not when he was hungry, not when school fees were due, not when his mother began coughing blood. The sickness came like a thief. A small back pain, fatigue, vomiting. People said malaria, but the hospital said something else. She needed dialysis, she needed surgery, she needed money. Money they did not have. Timmy begged neighbors, teachers, shop owners. Nobody answered. Every night he sat outside their room singing softly into the sky, because that was the only thing in his life that still heard him. One evening he passed a barber's shop and saw a poster. Lagos State Talent Hunt, 2 million naira prize. The audition was that weekend. He had no clothes, no money, no idea what to expect. But he knew one thing: no one else was coming to save his mother. So he wrote lyrics on the back of an exercise book, prayed quietly, and decided he would go for that audition even if he had to walk. Morning came. The sky was heavy. Lagos noisy as always. Timmy kissed his mother's forehead, tucked the lyrics into his shirt, and left with only 150 naira and 2 sachets of water. From Mushin to Ikeja, he walked for almost 2 hours. Sweat on his body, dust on his feet, hunger twisting his stomach. But he walked because failure was better than doing nothing. The audition venue was madness. Dancers, singers, cameras, influencers. A carnival of dreams. But Timmy stood alone, quiet, unnoticed. Hours passed, then finally his number was called. He stepped onto the stage and saw the judges. And at the center was a man in a navy blue suit, Kola Adekunle, the man who abandoned his mother. The father he never met unknowingly staring right at him. They asked him for his name. He whispered, "Timmy Adesua." Kola's hand twitched, but he said nothing. And then Timmy sang. No music, no beat, no instrument. Just a boy with a voice full of hunger, fear, love, and pain. He sang about his mother, her sickness, their struggles, the nights they went hungry, the fear of losing her. His voice cracked, then rose, then shattered every wall in the room. The hall froze. A judge looked away in tears. People stopped breathing. And Kola stared like he was looking at a ghost. Same eyes, same mouth, same name. He whispered to himself, "Son." Timmy went home weak, tired, and hungry. But when he entered their room, his mother was barely breathing. He screamed for help. Neighbors looked through windows and closed them. He cried until his voice broke. Meanwhile, across Lagos, Kola sat alone in his mansion shaking, staring at old photos of Adesua, the woman he abandoned. Then he made a decision. He must find the boy. At dawn, he went to Mushin, asked street vendors, hawkers, mechanics, until someone pointed him to a narrow building, room 7. He opened the door and saw Timmy curled beside her dying mother. The boy panicked. "Who are you?" Kola knelt. "I'm here to help." He called a private ambulance. Doctors rushed in. Machines beeped. They carried her away. And when Kola asked for the boy's full name, he replied, Timileyin Kola Adesunwa, the name his mother gave him even after being abandoned. His mother survived. She stabilized in a private hospital. Kola paid every bill, and then the results came. Timi, congratulations, you made it to the finale. He cried tears that shook his body. That night on stage, he sang Letter to Mama, a confession, a prayer, a cry. He sang about hunger, pain, hope, and a father he never knew. They all wept, and then Kola walked to the stage, trembling. He took a microphone and said, "I knew before tonight, and I have no excuse. But this boy is my son." Gasps filled the room. And Timi hugged him, not because the pain was gone, but because he was no longer alone. Timi won the show, saved his mother, found his father, and built a small recording studio in Mushin called Mama's Voice. Because when life tries to silence you, music can speak. The end.